Good morning. I am not where I'm supposed to be. I should have been unloaded in Old Town, Idaho, first thing today morning. Excuse me, I should have blown my nose before starting to shoot video. But we are in West Kelowna. It's almost 10 a.m. Boy, the weather is special. Doing some construction on this four-way corner. Hopefully it'll be better once they're done. It's been problematic. So I had an air leak in my airbag. What was that? Thursday I found it, leaving the US. I'm like, I can't go back to the US until that airbag is fixed. So they rush ordered the airbag in. That was going to get delivered on Saturday. There's a broom in the road. That's a nice broom, I want it. But the airbag, it didn't show up. The delivery company screwed up and didn't. It had stickers all over it say Saturday delivery, but somebody messed up and they forgot. So it didn't get delivered till today morning. Wow, that's a lot of water on the road. There's gonna be people hydroplaning. Forget that. If I'm starting to hydroplane on this stuff, heavy truck, can't imagine what cars are doing. This is sleet. Heavy sleet. I don't want to know what it's doing on the passes. I'm going to drive over Sherman Pass today. Sorry, all you guys are seeing is flicking wipers over and over. Look at that car spraying water. There's so much water on the road. I'm debating Sherman Pass. I could go a little further south and detour around Sherman Pass. I got a couple hours to make up my mind. We'll see, but I'll leave the radio on. I don't want to edit out all the curse words, so hopefully there's not many curse words, or any. 0 curse words would be nice. I just heard them talking about a tree down in Peachland, so it'd be better for me to know that ahead of time. Got a feeling the traffic's going to be slow. Cars are going to be hydroplaning, so they're going to be driving a lot slower. I'm confident I could do full speed limit, but why rush these poor folks? Yeah, ice is starting to build up on the bottom of the windshield. We need the moisture, so this rain is all really good for the soil. The farmers are all celebrating. Definitely a bit of a traffic buildup due to the storm. It was cloudy, but it wasn't storming at all when I drove here to West Kelowna. I drove between 7 and 8 a.m. so was here in West Kelowna for 2 hours. I kind of gambled driving to West Kelowna. I'm like, the airbag should come in. If it doesn't, I drove to West Kelowna for no reason. But luckily, I pulled into the yard at around 8. The repair place doesn't open until 9 on Monday, I think. They start different times of day. They're very flexible hours. Call them and they'll be in for work on a Sunday night if they have the parts to repair you. Very flexible shop. AWA, nice people there. They showed up at 9 and it took them about an hour to get the airbag in, but the airbag, the delivery company showed up at 8 at the same time I did, so I grabbed it and signed for it. Look at all the water down here. Holy smokes. There's a river in the center lane. Thank goodness for my convex mirrors, because my other mirror is useless. Please turn your headlights on. Right here, another river on the road. Just a river. Raging torrent. Calm down a bit. So yeah, we're southbound on Highway 97 leaving West Kelowna. We're driving along Okanagan Lake. You guys have seen this video in the last 2 weeks, just going the opposite direction.
Gord?
How you doing?
Are you shabby? Where are you hiding?
I'm following you in.
I don't even see you.
You will.
That's ever.
I'm up here, calling from up here to the downtown West City.
Oh? Sounds like fun.
It is so, yep. None of this nasty stuff on the other side of the world. Soon as you leave the bridge.
Oh, you should see coming through the Glen Rosa little dip there. Holy crap, I was down about 40K. Couldn't see the road. So much clay hail on there, it was almost slick.
My wife is in Peachland flagging today.
Is she flagging for that tree that come down across the road that cost you about a half hour?
She was supposed to be out for 7 o'clock this morning, but I don't know. She was on the side road or something, so yeah, I'm not sure where she's at.
Yeah, the tree comes down right across the highway between Penticton and Renfrew there. They're cleaning that up.
Come
now.
on, car.
Okay.
And you hear I'm preaching patience about cars, and here I'm yelling at the car. They're just driving very irregular speed. Let me in.
It was so bad, my windshield wipers came up. I was like, brutal snowstorm, your windshield backed up, and the same thing.
They want me to do it there. Change the number, I guess that's code.
You guys see Rattlesnake Island? Right above the bridge. There's a little island there. Now it's behind the bridge or the overpass. And there it is. See the little island? Rattlesnake Island. At one point somebody wanted to build an amusement park on the island. Apparently there's still abandoned like mini golf course and stuff like that from the attempt. Car! They do not know this area. They do not know this area. I think they thought there was another lane there and they were going to pull in. It's like that's the on-ramp lane. Coming down pretty slow, but that's okay. That's okay. Looks like we're clearing up. My mirrors are starting to become more useful too. I wonder if they're driving 70 because they missed the 90-kilometer speed limit sign and all that heavy sleet and rain. That's nice. This is better. It is 2.5 degrees Celsius. Very, very windy overnight. It's not too bad right now. It's fairly calm, but overnight it was very windy. There's a little gusty right now, but nothing like last night. We lost power last night. So the plan is Jess is going to be with us next week. I don't know if she'll be just 1 week or 2 weeks. We're definitely going to have to ease into it, see how the first week went, get everything sorted out, kind of get our new pattern of life again. And the goal is for her to be with quite often, at least every other week or so. Be nice. I'm looking forward to it. One of those lights is going to turn green right away. Yep. Gonna take the scenic road through Peachland, exit over here, Peachland town center. Go through there and drive along the lake. I saw the light turning before it turned. Truckers are like Jedi. We see things before they happen. And I don't know where in Peachland the tree was down. Traffic is coming through here, so they might have maybe cleaned it up by now. Now we got some construction signs ahead, so that might be it. There might be some flaggers there. One truck driver was saying his wife was flagging in Peachland, so it's probably over here. Those blinking lights don't mean anything, it just tells you to be ready for the next set of blinking lights. Those mean something. Those mean come to a stop. 60 kilometers ahead. I'm still slowing down. Their light's green. Apparently I couldn't see the future there. The dark side has clouded my mind. Oh yeah, there's a traffic jam ahead of us. Okanagan Lake. So we got a crane over here. Dude behind me pulled over way early. Yeah, they're holding up a tree. Yeah, that looks like a big tree. Sawdust all over. Get away from her because I kept the traffic slow until we were past her. As a rule, you don't speed up until past the traffic controller. Yeah, our traffic jam was nothing compared to northbound. Heads up northbound, you're going to come to a stop in by Hardy Falls there. Yeah, our line was really short compared to this. They should have let northbound go a little longer. Road's good here. Not sure why we're still going slow, but we are. That's all right. We can come up to a passing lane here shortly. heads up northbound. You're going to come to a stop at Antler Beach there at that 70 kilometer zone. Don't know if they have radios in those trucks, but big rigs, I know I would like a warning coming down that hill if everything was come to a complete stop. Because it'll be hard stopping there on a wet road. Confused myself. I'm like, why is there an engine light on my dashboard? But it's green. Why is that there? I have my steering wheel a little higher than normal, and the steering wheel doesn't cover that light. So let's just cover that light again, then we'll be good. It's just engine brakes. It just means engine brakes are on. Shoulder cam, I took the battery out of the camera from at home, the one Jess is using at home for time lapses. And we ordered some new batteries that should be here either this week or next week. Coming up to Summerland. After Summerland, we'll be driving right down on the lake. Of course, the better video is northbound, the one I shot about 2 weeks ago, or a little less than 2 weeks ago. Driving northbound, you're closer to the lake. Makes for a better video. But today it's so stormy, I'm like, hey, kind of cool shooting today. It started really bad, but it's not bad here. So I'm kind of glad it leveled off a bit. 6 degrees Celsius here. Definitely warming up this way. Tight there, bud. I mean, it's not going to be any harm to me if you cut me off like that. It's more you're in danger. You have to slam on the brakes because of a deer or something. Guess what? I can't stop. I'm driving right through you. My buddy was in an accident yesterday. A car smashed into him. Basically tried to take a lane that he was already occupying, and the car is smashed to bits, and his truck has got a slight scratch on the fender. Now the nice thing about this breakdown was I got all of Sunday off, all of Saturday off, and half of Friday off, so 2.5 days off. And I felt good. Guess what I did on the weekend? Absolutely nothing. There were a couple things I wanted to do, but I didn't do anything, and it felt so good. I guess I shouldn't say nothing, but I did the basics. Come on, green. No? No. There it is. At least I didn't have to come to a complete stop. driving down into the lake like this. So the road just keeps going right into the lake. Yeah, so over here, from here all the way to Penticton, you will see these silt clay cliffs. And that's just sediment from back in the glacier flooding years. You got all of this sediment that's settled. They're fairly stable. Every now and then a big chunk falls off, but they're fairly stable cliffs. I guess because enough silt has fallen off to make a 45-degree angle almost to the top. If ever the ground was nice and wet and we had an earthquake, it would all fall right apart. Liquefaction would happen and those cliffs would just crumble. People build their homes on top of them. This is part of Summerland. Part of Summerland, but people call it Willowbrook. I think it's Willowbrook, like a motel there, Summerland Motel. It's still part of Summerland, but I think it's Willowbrook Creek that comes through here, so people just call this section Willowbrook. No. Wrong creek. Trout Creek. This is Trout Creek. Trout Creek. My bad. I know some of you guys were yelling at me already. Trout Creek. So we call it Trout Creek. Trout Creek Bridge. We get the Summerland Research Center up top of there on the right hand turn. You go up there and there's a lot of research on orchards and vineyards and flowers and crops and see which herbicides work and which ones have bad, adverse effects, and all those environmental studies get done here. People like to speed on this section of highway. I've been on my motorcycle here following the speed of traffic, and I had to slow down because I felt uncomfortable going the speed the traffic was going. I was on my motorcycle, and I'm like, if I keep going this speed illegally, they can take my drivers, cut them up, and confiscate my bike. And I'm like, I'm just following traffic though. What the heck? No, I don't want to go that fast. Welcome to Penticton. And you see some fresh snow up there. It's pretty low for April. Come on, guys. Still haven't decided which way I'm going to go. It's a bit of a detour around Sherman's Pass. But if it's that stormy up there, I might want to. I'm not sure why you would pull into the left lane and then slow down unless you're going to turn off here. And they might be turning off here. And the speed limit does reduce. Maybe just they're slowing down early. Let's hit some of the water. Woo! See if they turn off here. They did not turn off there. That doesn't make any sense then. Trucks roll over around this corner. They do. Every couple of years, truck ends up in the driving range here by the golf center.
Anybody know what the hold up is about?
Hold up where?
Yeah.
Sorry, you were cutting out. If it's hold up northbound out of Peachland, there's a downed tree. GPS is giving you funny directions. I was thinking that was a bit of extra time there. For some reason I had an extra waypoint in there. Alright, we need DEF and fuel. So I think I'll pull into Oliver, fill up DEF there for sure. channel is pretty low. You can see the big gravel bank going halfway through the river. Blue sky over there. If the blue sky pushes through, then I should have no problem over Sherman Pass. Ah, we'll see. Well, home sweet home, passing right through. This river channel is very popular in the summer for floating down on inflatables. Just remember, if you're going to do it, the last half of it flows very slow. Watching the kid, I'm like, is it gonna cross or can I go? I don't care if I get a green light or not. If the kid's crossing, I'm not going. I thought for sure it'd be green by now. There it is. I'm like, it's usually not a very long red. amongst the road painting crew. With the back truck anyway. I guess they can't do much road painting when it's raining this hard. Or rained this hard when the roads are this wet. You gotta wait for the roads to dry out. I think it was significant or sufficiently staticky. I don't have to bleep that out, but that wasn't friendly. Nice to get the, even if it's snow up there, it's nice to get it here because we have a lot of forest fires here. Every late summer, fall, we always have forest fires here. So the more water we can get in the ground, the better. Welcome to Kelowna. Kind of town up on this side of the hill. We don't really get to see it except for right over here you see the town kind of curving around there. It's pretty much just residential, small convenience store and stuff like that. A couple of those. Used to be a hotel down on the bottom in the good old Kettle Valley Railroad days, KVR. People sometimes ask what this is up here on the dashboard on the left-hand side there. It's a Spot GPS. And it's just basically an emergency beacon. If I hit the SOS button, it will send an emergency signal out to emergency services, so you'll get fire, rescue, police, ambulance, helicopters, everything will show up if you hit the SOS button. It's also got a help button that sends a message to all your friends' phone numbers. And you have to type the message out ahead of time. Basically, my message says that, hey, if you're getting this message, I am not in any kind of danger, but I am stuck in the middle of nowhere. Can you please send some help? I'm in like a no cell service area. Then it sends a link to a map, shows exactly where I am. Then there's another 3 buttons that you can program to say whatever you want, just like, you know, check call and hey, I'm back from my trip and stuff like that. So you could technically have 4 I guess you do have 4 tailored messages that you can pre-program in there. You can send to people if you're going on a trip. It's a peace of mind thing. I'm out of cell service so often in these mountains. It's just nice. Oh, the scale is open for southbound. It's nice to have that peace of mind knowing that in emergency you still have a way of contacting someone. Speaking of, I think I should probably update that message. I don't know what the message says anymore, so if I don't know what the message says, I should probably go look at it, see if it needs updating. Alright, down Waterman's Hill into OK Falls, then I'll call it a day. Huge thank you to you guys that are supporting me. The biggest way that you guys can support me is a watch time. If you want to go out of your way to support me, go to the playlist button, hit play, and let the videos just play. That is the biggest way to get other people's attention. YouTube analytics seems to pay the most attention to watch time, how long people actually watch my videos. So the more watch time I get, the more you guys are helping me out. You don't have to go do that. I'm just saying, if you want to, that'd be one of the big ways of helping me out. And of course, not having ad block on will be helpful too, but I know how annoying ads can get. See the bridge going across the river there at the end of the lake? That used to be the Kettle Valley Railroad. A nice walking path now. You can actually go all the way to Penticton on that path. It is on native land, so please be respectful. Fallen rocks here. OK Falls used to have a waterfall very near the bridge over here before they built the dam to control the water level of the lake. So Okanagan Falls is under the water here. is kind of unfortunate. Waterfalls are always so beautiful. It would have been nice if they could build the dam above the waterfalls, kept the beautiful falls, but I guess money wins, whichever is cheapest to do. Firewood for sale. Still haven't got a tickleberries, but it hasn't been a nice hot day yet. Maybe next weekend. Hopefully, well, no, the forecast is not predicting all that warm weather, is it? I don't know, I like ice cream, but it usually has to be on a warm day. Anyway, I am out of here. You guys rock.
This video is brought to you in part by the letter C and these YouTube members. Cookie starts with C. What other things start with C? Oh, who cares what other things? C is for cookie, and that's good enough for me. Thanks for watching. I'm done.
Thank you.